Welcome to the Ultimate Relaxation Guide, a meditation for stress, anxiety relief, and inner peace. I'm Todd Nils Nyholm. I've been a somatic therapist for 21 years, and I'm the founder of the Nytality method. So we're going to work our way through this and see what we can accomplish. We'll take our time a little bit with it, and I'll guide you right through it. Hopefully this will be really helpful for the things that you're trying to accomplish. So we're going to use some old methods that have been working for a long time in many different cultures, and we'll put a few new touches on it, and we'll see where that goes. So the first thing I want you to do is just get comfortable somewhere where you can be, at ease, at peace, where there's not going to be a lot of distractions. You can lay down or sit up. You can essentially do it anywhere, but try to make yourself comfortable so that your body can be at ease. Now we're going to take one hand and we're going to grab our thumb with our hand like this, makes a little fist, and then we're just going to hold that for about a minute. And while you're holding that, take in some deep breaths. This is a technique from Jin Shin Jutsu. Really try to ease everything up. Feel the breath. Try to keep your mind here as it tries to go somewhere else. Sometimes you'll feel the thumb pulse, and you want to kind of hold on to that until that pulsing stops. Try to relax your eyes. See if you can even relax your tongue. It's a good way to learn how to relax in a different way of thinking about it. And now, just switch hands. Do the same thing on the other hand. And again, do some nice, easy breaths. Try to draw that breath past your chest into your abdomen, down into your belly. See if you can draw that breath all the way down to the bottom of your pelvis. Take everything easy. Try to keep your mind on your body if you can. And if you get your thumb pulsing a little bit, just a nice easy grasp with the other hand until that pulse eases up. You can do this technique with the thumbs anytime if you're just feeling stressed. One of my teachers learned it from a master in Japan and used it all the time. And now we're going to move on to an acupuncture point. Don't worry too much about what it is. You just kind of need to know where it is and what to do with it. And essentially, if you follow your pinky down to the wrist fold, just stick a thumb or a finger, something like that, into there, and just kind of push in. You can pulse it, just a nice slow pulse, or you can hold it steady. You can do a circle counterclockwise or clockwise. There's a little different use for both, but for now it doesn't matter too much. It's good to do that for 30 seconds to a minute again. Try to put your attention right on your thumb and on that point. Almost like you're kind of massaging it with your attention or with your mind. And again, keep your breath easy. And deep. And then we'll just do the other side. Same place, down from the thumb, on the wrist fold. And this is setting us up so that we could relax more from here, kind of taking us out of the day, calming down some anxiety, some worry, some overwhelm. These are thousands of years old. It's probably a good reason they've been passing them on for a while. Alright, now let's work a little bit more on this deep breath. When you breathe in, try to draw that breath in through your nose, maybe even a little through your mouth, but mostly through the nose. Down in front of your spine, and feel your whole torso expand 360 degrees as that breath enters. And do a few of those in a row. Nice and easy. Feel it go down. Fill you up in lots of different ways. Nice, energetic breath. Like it's filling you up a little bit. And you gently squeeze just a little bit as you push back out. Push that carbon dioxide out. And encourage a bit of a slower breath, but don't force it. Forcing it will just make you more anxious. It's nice and easy. And now we're going to take that breath, and instead of bringing it down to our belly, we're going to bring it through our nose and into our arms, down to our thumbs. So do a couple breaths where you're bringing that all the way down your arm into your thumb. Let's do 3. And now the same thing to your index fingers. Three breaths there. To your middle fingers. And if you only get 1 breath in the time I'm doing 3, that's fine. Or if you're doing 5, that's okay. Your breathing will tend to slow down as you do more of this. And now to your ring fingers. And now to your pinkies. And now we're going to do the same thing with our feet. So we want to bring that breath in our body, down through just in front of the spine, into the pelvis, down to the legs. And then we'll move it this time into the big toe first. So take a nice deep breath and just lead it with your mind, down your body, into the big toe. Maybe you've never seen an acupuncture chart, but if you look at it, you'll see that the meridians run through the fingers and toes. And now we'll go to that second toe next to the big toe. Now, if you were also to look at a chart of nerves, you'd see how many of the nerve, like there's the number of the nerves in the hands and fingers and the feet and toes. It's just there's an enormous amount of nerves in there. We're also trying to reach that. And then to the third toe, so the middle toe. And when you drift away, like in terms of being distracted into the environment, bring your attention back to what you're doing. If you're falling asleep, that's okay. And we'll go to that fourth toe. Now you might find yourself drifting into a different state as you get out of maybe the beta waves into low beta, into alpha, where you feel sort of meditative or out of your normal consciousness a little bit. If you can hang out there, it's a great feeling. There's a lot of space between super awake and totally asleep. We want to explore those states. And now to the pinky toe. Just a nice easy breath. And now just 3 deep breaths into the belly, just to ease us to the next portion. Let your torso expand and contract. Try not to hold it tense or tight. Now let's move on to a new section. We're going to use our imagination here to try to create a different effect within ourselves. And what you want to do is imagine yourself as a child. Say a child under 12, you can pick the age and just try to see yourself in your mind. And if you can't see it clearly, just try to feel it, try to get some kind of connection to it. Try to make it emotional or an image, not just a logical idea, but actually try to get into the experience and feel it a little bit. And you're going to see that kid, that's you. Still you now, still now you, talking to that kid, and it's external to you. You're going to walk over to yourself, give yourself a big hug, nice warm hug, and say to yourself, as the adult you are now, to the kid that you still are now, everything is all right. You are safe. I got you. Everything's good here. Trying to live in that experience for a minute. Really try to feel it, both as yourself now and as that kid that's in you that's still now, but also in the past. It's all happening now. And feel yourselves just a nice warm embrace where everything is safe and peaceful. You're giving yourself love as the adult now to the kid now. Go ahead and end that hug. And you step back from yourself. Now this time, you're going to be the child part of you and kind of see this from now as the kid. So you're the kid and see yourself as the adult you are right now from the kid's perspective, from you as a kid. And walk up to yourself as the kid. Hug yourself. So the kid is giving love to the adult. And you say to yourself again, as from that kid's kind of perspective, everything's all right. We are safe. We're alive. Full of playful energy. I'm so glad to be here. Feel that nice warm hug. Feel that childlike exuberance for life filling you up as the adult that you are now. Sort of innocent and peaceful and excited for life. And now in your imagination, in that feeling state, merge those two parts of you together so that they become one, bringing the best of the adult, the best of the child together, healing everything together, bringing the best of everything out and letting go of the stuff that doesn't need to be there, of the conflict between the two, of the wounds that might have been there, usually unintentionally. So we're just making some peace for those two parts of yourself to come together in a nice warm whole. And now say to yourself, everything's all right. I'm safe. And just hold that feeling for 25, 30 seconds. After you get that feeling, try to hold on to it. Try to let it settle into you. If you don't get the feeling right away, come back to this and do it over and over and let me guide you through it until the imagination takes on a life of its own. You're working with a different part of yourself here. This isn't logical or linear. This isn't like mathematical. It's sort of spatial and connecting in unusual ways, and you don't have a full grasp of everything that's happening in yourself that isn't obviously conscious. Most of what's going on within you, you're not really that conscious of. You have like 60 or 70,000 thoughts that are just flying through that most of the time you miss. And that doesn't even come near what's going on sort of subconsciously or unconsciously. And those are things that you can make a bit more conscious. But we're working with that part of ourselves here. Trying to pull ourselves together in kind of a cool way so that you can heal on many levels at the same time, as well as get to know yourself better. Alright, let's do a little progressive muscle relaxation. And so with this, you're going to put your attention on a different part of you, and when you do, try to just loosen that part up, relax it, let go of it, take the tension out of it. Just make it feel easy. So we'll start at the top of our head and just feel that the very top of your head, where an infant's soft spot would be, and just relax that. You can breathe into that if that helps, but you don't necessarily need to. And now move that relaxing, that attention part of you, and just put it on the front and the back of your heads to get, together. Just relax your whole head and skull. Just take the tension out of it, ease it up, relax it. Make it feel easy. And now move that ray of your attention to your eyes. Relax those. Relax the optical nerve as it goes back into the brain. Just nice and easy. Let go of everything. And now from your tongue, start at the tip and go back. You can kind of feel it go down. The tissue goes down into your throat. And now down your neck, into your shoulders. Just relax that. Use that ray of your attention. Ease it all up. Now down to your chest. All the way down your back, from your shoulders to mid-back, lower back, to the hips. Do your stomach. Really get your stomach thoroughly, because we're so used to pulling it in tight for obviously aesthetic reasons, but for now, loosen that up. Loosen all the organs underneath it. Go through your hips, genitals, butt. Ease that area all up. Get to the bottom of your pelvis. Go down the quads on the front of your thighs. Hamstrings on the back. Just nice and easy. Loosen everything up. Go through your knees, back and front, down the center. Go through your calves. Deep in your calf is a muscle called the soleus. It's kind of a big, impactful muscle. Try to get your mind down deep into the muscle, just behind the bone. To your heels, the top of your feet, the bottom of your feet. Kind of feel how your whole body vibrates. Like when you relax, you can feel this vibration in your body, this kind of life as it moves and pulses, and the fluids are moving, and the air is filling everything up and then being contracted back out. Everything in your system is moving. Nothing is hard and stable. Even your bones are rebuilding and remodeling. They're far more mobile than you think. Try to get that feeling and hold on to it. If you do this regularly, it'll help keep you young. As things get older, they get more rigid and more hard. And it's partly we're doing that to ourselves because we don't know how to hold on to what we've had as we get stressed out through our life and through our days. And this is a good way to recover that. Try to feel that ease and that vibration. And now we're going to combine both an imagery, visualization of feeling, along with another way of working through your body so we can connect those parts of ourselves in a way that's useful. And on this one, I want you to imagine you're on a beach. It's perfectly warm, the exact temperature you'd want to be. And it can be sunny or dark, depending on your preference. Set up the situation so it's perfect for what you want. You're laying on the beach and you're completely comfortable. It's quiet. There's nothing around to distract you. It's perfectly safe. And you have your feet towards the water. And you can see the tide coming in. It comes in and out, and in and out. And this nice rhythm is just going in and out. And it's moving closer to you with each movement of the tide. And eventually the tide gets up to your toes. And that water is perfectly warm. You love the feeling of that water on your toes. And as the water goes through your toes, you realize that your body's actually made out of sugar. And so when that nice, perfectly warm water hits your toes dissolve into it and go out with the tide. And then as the next wave comes in, it goes all the way up over the top of your feet. And it's just perfect. It's the exact temperature you want, the exact pace you want. Everything is peaceful. And you feel your feet are also made out of sugar and they dissolve into that water. It goes out with the tide. And then the tide comes in again, and this time it goes all the way up to your knees. And you feel everything dissolve into that perfect temperature water. And then it goes back out with the tide. And then the water comes again, and it goes all the way up to your hips. And everything dissolves, just that nice sugar into the water. And everything dissolves and moves out with the tide. And then the next wave comes in, and it goes all the way up through your belly and your lower back. It takes all that area, all the organs underneath it, and dissolves it. Flushes it back out into the ocean. And then the next wave comes in. It gets your chest, your shoulders, your back. And the next waves come in and they get your hands and lower arms and upper arms. Dissolving all that. Flows back out into the ocean. Then the wave comes in again. Gets through your neck and throat. All the way up to your head. So that your throat dissolves. It's just touching the bottom of your head. The next wave comes in. And it goes all the way through your head, all the way up through your hair, dissolving everything. Everything's nice and easy, and you're breathing just fine. Your whole body just washes away into the ocean, but you're still there, just feeling wonderful, breathing nice and easy, at complete ease. You're just experiencing yourself with that feeling of ease and peace. Just hear that tide going in and out. And now just enjoy that feeling of the peace and the ease, the relaxation. Feel that momentum of what we've just done. Sort of embrace that feeling. Just try to hold on to it and see if you can hold on to it for a minute or 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. You can practice this daily. You can get really good at this so you can do it just about anywhere. It often helps to have someone lead you through it, so come back and watch this video and we can go through it as many times as you like. If you do it every day for a while, you realize that it starts to do itself. Becomes a really pleasurable and interesting experience. If you can't sleep, this is really useful. If you've been generally stressed, if you find yourself just anxious and overwhelmed, come back to this and practice it. I hope you got a lot out of this. We'll do more of these, but try to take that feeling that you have now and drag it into your life, or pull it into your life, or just exude it into your life from here. It's how you kind of like make these things part of your life. Have some fun with it. It's imagination. It's meant to be a good time. Don't do the pieces that might make you uncomfortable at first and come back to them later. And we'll stack more onto this later. So follow for more tips to feel better, and we'll see you next time.